Hello and welcome to Buddhistdoor Global's weekly news review. I'm Justin Whitaker, Senior Correspondent for Buddhistdoor Global, speaking to you from our offices in Hong Kong. In this week's news, a South Korean architectural firm has completed a Buddhist monastery with 300,000 bricks. The newly completed Jetavana Center is aimed at offering a place of residence and retreat for Buddhist monastics and lay practitioners that expresses the principles and values of the Dharma. It is located in the northeastern province in Korea of Gangwon. The design of the center divides the various functions into separate structures, all of which share a common design aesthetic, embracing the idea of Buddhist architecture. Linked together by numerous pathways that are intended to express the transition from one state of being to another as a process of development. The main buildings are formed from concrete and clad in rows of red brick from Pakistan, an aesthetic choice intended to directly communicate the aesthetic philosophy of the original Jetavana monastery in the modern-day Indian state of Uttar Pradesh. The recent drought in Thailand has revealed a lost Buddhist temple. Thousands of Buddhist pilgrims are trekking to a long-lost temple that was recently revealed in the middle of a reservoir in central Thailand. The temple in Lopburi province in central Thailand was submerged underwater when a dam was built 20 years ago. Now, as water levels have fallen to a historic low of just 3% of the reservoir's capacity, both monastics and lay Buddhists are visiting the exposed remains of the site, which include a 3-meter-tall headless Buddha statue that has already been offered fresh set of robes by local devotees. While many see the emergence of the temple as a blessing, farmers in much of Thailand are describing the current drought as the worst in living memory. Moving to India, Ladakh becomes India's first Buddhist majority union territory following the bifurcation of Kashmir. A controversial new bill is revising the status of the far northern state of Jammu and Kashmir, dividing it into union territories of Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir. The move has generated widespread criticism from both inside and outside of India. It serves to grant Ladakh a fresh identity as India's first Buddhist majority union territory. Ladakh, known as the Land of the High Passes, is an arid mountainous area and the highest plateau in the region, which borders on Tibet. Much of Ladakh stands at elevations in excess of 3,000 meters. India is a federal union comprising 28 states and several union territories, which, unlike states, don't have their own governments and are governed directly by the central government. In the United States, a Buddhist meditation app for people of color called Liberate is flourishing. The app was created by software engineer Julio Rivera after an empowering meditation experience with a community for people of color at the New York Insight Meditation Center. When he could no longer meet with the Sangha in person, Rivera set out to find an app online that could replicate it and found none, so he designed his own. Despite being a new addition to an already dense market of mindfulness and meditation apps, and aimed at a niche community of meditators, Liberate has already garnered more than 10,000 downloads on the Android-based devices. Launched in May of this year, the app is available on Apple's App Store as well as Google and is free of charge. Finally, monastics and lay Buddhists in Vietnam have registered en masse for blood and organ donations. At a ceremony held in Hanoi, more than 500 Buddhist monks and nuns, as well as lay followers, registered for a blood donation drive. 150 also signed up as organ donors. The event was jointly organized by the Vietnam Red Cross Society, the Vietnam Buddhist Academy, and the Vietnam National Institute of Hematology and Blood Transfusion. Speaking on the occasion, the head of the Vietnam Buddhist Academy said that the project was held in response to the Vietnamese Prime Minister's call for collaboration between Buddhists and the Red Cross in humanitarian activities. Although organ donation in Vietnam has grown rapidly, many people remain concerned about the implications for receiving a traditional funeral. Buddhist leaders in the community hope that emphasizing the humanitarian value of organ donation and blood donations will help overcome concerns. That is all for this week's Buddhistdoor Global News Review. Be sure to check out our website, www.buddhistdoor.net, for these stories along with features and special coverage of Buddhism around the world.